All right, well, take two because the first one bottomed out in the first few minutes, and honestly, I just really wasn't feeling after a moment. So I wanted to start this over. So, good morning, beautiful. I do hope that this finds you well rested, ready to begin your day. This is your Daily Tarot and Oracle, your daily insight on life and love for April 20th, 2022, also being timeless. So, wherever you're catching this in time, this might be really relevant, horribly irrelevant, somewhere on the spectrum, but I don't know. Go grab some nosh, grab your drink. Let's see what's in store. Now, I was pulling from the Angel Therapy deck. I was pulled to use that today. The first thing that came out was the workshops and seminars, which let's really think about a workshop and a seminar. It's a group of like-minded people who have somebody or some bodies or whatever the case is up front to either educate people in a place that they want to go or a place that they have been. So this is either a place that you had been at some point in your life, and this is part of your story, or this is a goal in your mind, and this is going to become part of your story and who you are. Actually, the former is also part of who you are. It all works together. So then came out the manifestation power. So if we look at it, what do you really want to get out of the opportunity that's coming up your way? I do feel like you are being presented with probably a really awesome opportunity. I want to say prestigious, but let's just say that it's a good opportunity that's opening its door up to you. You don't feel like you're going to get it, so I want you to focus on the why you feel like you are not going to get this opportunity. There should be no fear around this. So you and almost begging source and spirit and pleading for it. It is as if you are chasing something that is absolutely terrified of you and trying to outrun you. And I don't really think that you are that scary thing that can't obtain what it is that they want. And what you want, I think that there is this, well, in the past maybe, there may have been this fear to obtain it. So whatever you're fearing about this, whatever you have hang-ups about, this has got to come out of your intentions when you're focusing and directing, I think, the choices of your life, the decisions, and what you're drawing in. The manifestation, put all your cares and worries on paper and give it to source, to spirit, to God, to Allah, whatever you pray to, and take it out of your mental vocabulary with what it is that you're drawing in. There should be no heightened sense of edginess to your aspirations in here, and I see that that's what you are getting through. It's the block, it's the hurdle. So the nerves, I want you to focus on the task at hand, because a big portion of your nerves is what's further down the road. Now, for some of you, this might be about what's catching up to you. Is your past going to come up and bite you in the keister? All right. I don't want you to focus or dwell on that, because one of the amazing laws in the universe is if you think about something long enough, whether it's positive or negative, whatever the hang up is, the universe does not know the difference. Whatever you put your focus on, the universe wants to actually give you. So if you are focusing on your nerves, what's making you anxious, what's making you angry, what's making you terrified, this in some way, shape, or form is going to come to fruition in your life to the same degree of which you've been focusing on it. So this is saying, if you are getting nervous, first off, see where it's coming from. What are the underlying thoughts? And then start zoning in and focus on the task at hand. Now, it's not putting the intention of the nervousness into the work. What this is really talking about is, well, you're looking at the big picture. It does feel like you're looking at the big picture and being overwhelmed by that. So to narrow in and focus on this one task at hand, it's taking away this big picture, and the only thing that you're really seeing is the action and intention that is going into this little thread in this big mosaic quilt of your life that you are weaving. So we have release. When you are focusing at on the task at hand, it's putting on that tunnel vision. It's putting on the blinders like you would see on a horse at times. So the release is being centered, being focused, and in the subconscious part of your mind, while your active mind is focusing on the task at hand, Your subconscious mind is going to work trying to dissolve what it is that you are actually afraid of, what it is, the underlying reason behind it. And I have a really strong feeling that the subconscious mind is discovering what you see to be as an active fear is pretty much a illusioned monster in the closet. It's projecting itself in a different image in front of you, making you afraid to move forward, but it's an illusion of the past. It's an illusion of an active mind in some cases. So then the third eye chakra. It is safe for you to see the energies of love in all of its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. But I even want to look further into this with you while I have you here. Let's look at the third eye chakra from the deck. Third eye chakra. You are profoundly clairvoyant. Awesome. Now where's the stinking card? Okay. Go on, go to the bathroom or something. Okay, so when this card comes to you in response to your question about your future, you have visions about yourself. You are wondering whether they are real or mere imagination. Well, the angels assure you that you are having accurate insight. They wish to encourage you and your spiritual gifts. You have natural clairvoyant tendencies governed by the energy center located between your physical eyes, which is known as the third eye chakra. The angels send clairvoyant messages to you to perceive in your mind's eye as shapes, colors, or mental movies, dreams, and so forth. You may receive messages via your physical insights, such as recurring number sequences, 111, 444, and so on. Again, don't limit it to those, but you will start to get the sequences. Lights and moving objects, or through signs and symbols, including feathers, rainbows, clouds, and coins. The angels wish to help you fully awaken your third eye and understand your psychic vision. They're guiding you to notice and trust all that you see with your inner and outer vision. So when you are thinking and dreaming of your future, the possibilities of what it could become for you, those are actual potential that you are tapping into. That is the very realness that you want to draw in. So I want you to think about what this is erupting in you as you are envisioning this future. What keeps that vibration going as you are moving through your day? That's what your alignment is. So of course this is going to be something that goes through waves, but in general, when you tap into an ideal or a vision about your future, I want you to remember the way that you had felt while feeling that and put yourself in scenarios, situations, mindsets that correlate with that very same emotion. It's really interesting because you level up in your energy and you unlock the ability to see things that are of that same vibration. It is truly seeing through the eyes of love. So for some of you right now, if you're watching this, there might be like this almost pulling sensation that's going on between your eyes, and it may be going through your nasal cavity too. So I want you to focus on that and understand that, first off, it's completely okay. And it is in connection with your third eye, getting a message and opening up more that you follow it. So this, we're looking at the parent aspect. So how can you parent and foster these natural talents, the abilities, the drive, the ambition with you? This isn't about your parents, whoever they are, wherever they are in the world. This isn't necessarily about them. How can you parent and foster your dreams and ambitions with this right now? This is going to be something that I want you to really encourage. You're going to have a lot of backup around it. Don't be the person who says no to yourself. And also, when you are parenting yourself, don't be the parental figure to yourself that shuns it away or tries to demolish it. This may not feel practical for you, but I want you to know that you are a highly sensitive individual, and what you are feeling about the situation outside of the context of parenting yourself is very real. Your job in the form of parenting yourself is to encourage it and make the pathway that is also going to help this growing version of yourself, again, wherever you are in life, it's going to help that growing version of yourself walk there hand in hand with yourself, if that makes sense. So it's time for you to study and gather information. It's time for you to really take a hard look into yourself. Your life purpose, it's not necessarily that it involves the booking and the writing and all of that stuff. This is a form of reading into it yourself, educating yourself into it, and also, I guess it would also be writing down your process in this. So journaling is going to become a very natural part of this. I absolutely love the concept of journaling, whether it's just the little blips about your day, your dreams, your feelings, whatever the case is. It's really showing you who you are and what your focus is. So in journaling about what you are doing to obtain this, it's showing you where your actual integrity lies. I want you to follow that. So now that I'm telling you this, I feel like I need to go to this deck. I also need a sip of coffee. I'm not trying to brag or make you jealous. I made my own oat milk. I know, living life on the edge. I haven't perfected it though, but it's not bad at all. It's surprisingly easy to make. Okay, so your energy and stamina seems to be going up. The healing process, because you're learning how to authentically understand yourself, is going up. This is saying you need to flush your system out. So in a safe manner, I want you to start to filter out the toxins. Again, not a doctor, can't diagnose, can't tell you what to do. I'm not saying that. This is a physical purge that I see that you are doing. I'm not telling you to stop any sort of medication. I'm not telling you to do anything that's unsafe, but I see that you are flushing your system out and getting rid of whether it's toxic thought or actual toxins. But you're going through a healing process, so I feel like it's very much so a purge. And every time you peel off a layer and it heals, you get this new elated sense of joy. And the consultant nutritionist is, I guess, having peers or mentors who are helping you start to filter in what you want to bring into your physical experience through any of the senses. So I see a lot of accountability being had here. I need to adjust because my leg's falling asleep. Yeah, I was sitting with my leg up because I can. And then it started getting numb because I'm getting older. And blah, 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 blah. All right, so let's see what's going on now. Pull to the right or wait and having the accountability. This old wounds are going to be coming up the more that you are healing, and I think that this is going to be something that you need to talk to your accountability buddies or mentors about, because it's you learning to detach from the old story that you told yourself about yourself, or even the old stories that follow you, because those scenarios will have you being talked out of everything that you are striving towards. Let's see. It's time for you to take a really hard look at yourself. So this is about being tired, learning to rest, painting the world as you want to see it, and also the stresses that have worn on you through time and how you really want to cut through them. I see that there is an initial loss of passion for what it is that you are doing. That and what I do, I like to call it the resistance, and I got that from an old mentor, and I really appreciate them. Her name is Holly, and she was talking about, you know, the more progress you made, you get to a certain point out of your box that no longer feels safe, and you're actively excited, but you're subconsciously scared. And it's not that, you know, encouraging thing where you're excited because you know it's possible and you're nervous because you've never been there. What this is the excitement is the fact that you have that apple that's in front of you right now, and you want to take that bite. You want to feel that knowledge. You want to feel that life and all of its possibilities. The nervousness is of the old habits in your life that are coming up that you did not want to look at. So this would be coming up when you peel off the layers, and it's up for you to decide, how are you going to choose to see this world moving forward? Are you going to let these past challenges be your undoing? Are they going to hang over your head just waiting to cut it off? No. You're going to take a long, hard look at yourself. You're going to rest. You're going to give yourself some grace. And then, here we go. We have 2 4s that are going in. So it's about stability, security, foundational. All right. There is an investment. And then we have, all right, tiptoeing around the losses, the people that you had lost. Okay, so part of this is calling out to the past choices that you have made that has either alienated you or others from your life. And what I'm seeing here is letting them go, seeing them as absolutely a lost opportunity. But you also have to understand that when life gives you a chance and you decide not to take it, understand that that wasn't going to work out anyways, because your choices that are coming about with this, if it is meant for you, it's not going to pass you by. It might have to loop around, but this is saying the people that you had to let go of, they could not move forward with you. The opportunities that you had missed with people, it wasn't that you had to necessarily try harder or they had to try harder. That connection, whether it's romantic or platonic or familial, it doesn't matter. It was never going to be able to go the distance. So life put in the position to pull it away from itself. Yeah, they were not going to go into the future with you. So even though it hurts, even though that you got hurt or they got hurt, both, neither, I don't know, it was never going to be fulfilled. You cannot live in the coulda, woulda, shouldas or how different it could have gone, because that consciousness, that stream of it is not in your actual focus. So then this is freeing you up of whatever the hang up is about that. I see you setting yourself free. There is a level of forgiveness that's going on here. And then we see a door appearing. You escape, the door opens. Shadow work is coming in with that. So the way that I have the cards, I'm looking at it like this. So this opportunity is absolutely, without question, going to go to your head. This is going to go to your head in the most amazing way. And that's where the shadow work is going to be coming in, because you are going to jump on it. And what's going to happen? You're going to have to be very direct. I think there's a level of intimidation around that because you are so incredibly personable. Believe it or not, I don't care if you're introvert or extrovert. This is really talking about how you're going to have to be I'm having a hard time with words, blunt, and not afraid to offend people with your boundaries, because the offense is the fact that they can't take beyond that from you to maintain the connection. So this isn't necessarily about a relationship, whether it's platonic or romantic. This is about you and stepping into, I guess, your mindset, your purpose, your path, and the people who are going to be part of that and the opportunities that this is going to open up. So whatever the choice is, I see that you have a lot of education in front of you and that you will be surrounded by like-minded people, and that even though you are surrounded by like-minded people, you are going to have to draw the line with them. And this is so that you don't start to neglect and leave yourself out, because you will continuously give and give. And that's the shadow work that is also coming up in here. At what point do you stop giving because you have given enough? Now it's time to receive. Discipline is going to be a really important part of this. We have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords throughout this. That's the energy that you need to invoke. That's what's actually going to help you get grounded. Because feminine is introspective and keeping things at arm's distance, being completely compassionate and honest and truthful and blunt. The masculine aspect of this is action. So the action is going to be really straightforward. It's going to be precise. It's going to free up a lot of your time. It's going to be healing and empowered in its own right. It's very direct. I love this about you. So the thing is, you have to learn how to find the balance and what choices to make at those times, because the balance of the masculine and feminine in the sword figure with your mindset, with your drive, this is going to create a whole new front for you. It's going to create a whole new cycle. And you, I feel like you have to learn how to balance the action and the receiving. So when you take action and when you receive, because if we look at the beginning of this reading, it's talking about what you need to do. Like, okay, you're going to be around like-minded people. This is all action. So how are you going to receive those people? That is the feminine energy. I see you planting a lot of seeds where you guys will absolutely be using each other further down the road. Now, don't let that word scare you. To use you is to use your talents, not in a disadvantaged way towards you otherwise. It's going to be less stressed. You're not going to be left out in the cold when you do ask for help, when you do ask for advice. And I think that that's what you've been used to, being there for everybody and having nobody be there when you need help. So what I'm seeing in this is planting a lot of seeds, not taking any actions towards them, but letting them develop in their own time, not starting anything with them. That is an investment. This is something that you got to learn to stick around, and that you are going to get help in sticking around from others. This is going to create the perfect blend of opportunity, the perfect flow state. When you catch something, you release something else. So this is really opening you up as a funnel of creation and what it is that you want to create, what do you want to experience, and what do you want to let go so you can experience more. And you're going to be meeting people who are on that same drive as you. So it's going to be wonderful opportunities and connection pieces that are coming up that lead to not only a balance with you, but a balance with them too. It's amazing communication and effort coming in. So that's been the Daily Tarot and Oracle, the daily insight on life and love for April 20th, 2022, again, being timeless. So wherever you're catching it time, if you do have questions about booking a private session, go to the main page. My email address is provided. If you want to find me on the social platforms, I have an old Instagram that got hacked. Don't interact with it. It's completely butchered. They're trying to sell crypto and ask for, I don't know, your private information. Don't give it. All of my public pages are at Raising Savak, whether it's TikTok, Twitter. I think TikTok is still Aaron L. Hurley. I'll have to double check on that. But it's at Raising Savak. So no spaces, underscores, punctuation, or numbers. One word, at Raising Savak. I really look forward to meeting you and see about the services I provide and see what might be right for you. So definitely ask questions. I'll talk to you soon. And until then, stay safe, have fun, know that you're greatly loved and appreciated. Bye. It seems like you've been dealing with a lot of loss from your life, a lot of people just leaving, somehow being gone. There's less contact, less associating with them, less reaching out. It's like, why is this happening? What's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with you. Spoiler alert, there's nothing wrong with you. I know. This is what I'm looking at right here. It's emotionally destroying you, but I think that, okay, maybe not emotionally destroying you, not broken like that. No, but it sucks. What I'm seeing right here is you don't really realize that you are starting something new, and that everybody who's leaving your life right now, it's not that they're actually gone. They are not on the wavelength that you're on. It's not that you are better or worse, or that they're better or worse. It's that you guys are not on the same wavelength, and life has kind of taken its course on this. I know it feels like it's never ending and that it's hopeless and that you're not going to be able to move on from it. But honestly, it's so important to shift your perspective on this. This loss is really the shedding of your identity with whoever this was. You are not by this identity anymore. This change is happening so fast for you. So let's see what this is leading to. You really do feel like an entirely different person. Obviously more yourself, but you feel just internally completely different. Yeah, you're pretty much set free. You're redirecting your focus. You're not feeling clouded. And then we have this, a long journey. This is going to take all of the time, and this is about what is flowing in your direction. So this nail in the final coffin, wait, what? No, final nail in the coffin, I can talk. All right, it's time for you to really decide what you want, because lightning is striking in your life. You're being put on the line of fate. Man, you're really getting through a lot of opportunities very fast. I do see that it's swiftly knocking you off your feet. You get back up, you're thriving in the moment, and after is the blowback. It feels like not the repercussions, but the getting out of survival mode so you can really integrate these new emotions. And I really see that this is a take charge, new attitude that's coming in. You're seeing all these problems as challenges. Good on you. You're going to see them however you want to, however you're going to get your way through this. And no matter what, you wear your survival on your head, and you also wear your creativity and your strength on your heart. It feels like everything is quiet, maybe too quiet even. So even though things seem to have settled, there's a sense of unease about it, isn't there? Spoiler alert, stuff's about to hit the fan in your life. This may or may not be a good thing. I want to see it as a good thing. I really do, because look, we have the Emperor in reverse here. It seems like a lot is out of your control. Doesn't mean that you're delegating responsibility to another. It's just like, you wanna, whatever, I can't do this. I can't change this. It's not mine. This is not about me. This is everything on the outside. So what you are changing is your attitude towards it, which, God, it feels like you're curb stomping it, honestly. I see this as you really, I see a huge gain of confidence coming with you. I see that this is a really fiery spirit coming through. It's like, is that all you got? Try me. No, try me. Come on. I think that you're focused. I think that you're centered. I think that you are really confronting and challenging the very life that seems to try to knock you on your butt. I think that you are overcoming this to be spiteful. I think that you are fighting this to be spiteful. Everything about this, it's like, nah, come on, let's keep going. Let's see what this is about. Let's roll around. Let's see what's up here. It feels like kind of getting into a brawl with life, and the outcome of this is you leveling up. And there's been an era of uncertainty. You don't know which direction you want to go. So you, and being the spirit that you are, you're seeing how much you can handle, how much you can take, and you're not being light about anything now, are you? This is a very domineering energy to be in. You are really stepping up to the challenge with life. There's so many thoughts that I'm having of this. Okay, so one of them, this is so stupid, by the way. I remember like the Grinch in the early 2000s with Jim Carrey, and he's at the Fudge Festival and there's shoving it all in his mouth. Kind of like that. Or there is David Goggins, or is it Goggins, I think. You know, he's doing this motivational speech, and he's like, stop asking why me and start saying to life, you know, try me, see what can knock you down. And literally none of this is knocking you down. You are completely standing your ground on this and kicking its butt. So this is a majorly empowering time for you. Good job. All right, so I was pulled to use, looks like 2 decks on here. I got one from the, not daily guidance from your angel, messages from your angels. I feel like there's one more in here, so I'm going to take the bottom, Archangel Michael. So I guess it's really important to know just how protected you are and how releasing and surrendering. What I'm picturing in this is whatever this concrete wall that's been between you and whatever else, whether it's another person or, you know, the next aspect of your life. This is what I'm seeing. You are protected. That wall is being down. You have nothing standing between you and life. And it's not even an energetic boundary. It's just you are done with hiding. I really feel like you're done with hiding, but you also need to know that in being done with hiding, you are also very, very protected. Congratulations. So what the hecking heck is this? Pause if you don't want to hear me yap. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah. Probably helps if I uncover it. So this is going to be from a main guide or a loved one from the other side. We know that everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws. And we view the creation of spirit in total awe. All is unique and yet part of, all is unique, yet part of unity of existence. Interesting. I don't think I've ever read this one before. But the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have a specific standard for what you consider ideal, and this isn't serving you. So now forget the ideas of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be as they are without judgment. Don't wait until the perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all of its flawsomeness. Yeah, I've read this one before, never mind. You are exactly where you're supposed to be, and let others be who they are too. Imperfect and human, complex or simple, it doesn't matter. There is always something to discover, experience, and love. When you drop the need for ideal, you uncover the real treasure, which is far more interesting and valuable. So there is only one you, and you have a unique path and special purpose. You're supposed to have specific experiences in this world and meet certain people, but then it's up to you and how you live, how you awake, how you choose to be, how willing you are to grow and strip away what's false. Don't compare yourself to others. It's easy to think a person is happier just because their outside looks good according to society's standards, but you can't know anyone's internal experience. Compare yourself only to your past. See how far you've come, and don't get distracted by what others are doing or accomplishing. Stay focused on what inspires you. That's how you get successful and find happiness. Want what you want now, not what someone else has. We love you immensely and know the journey ahead is sparkling with miracles and wondrous things. Trust. I kind of went over on that one, and I'm sorry. I feel like you're not even fighting this person anymore. You're just kind of ghosting them. You're just acting like they don't exist. And they are watching you, whether it's on social media or by word of mouth, but they're keeping tabs on you, or at least trying to. I don't know if you hear the siren in the back. I don't know if that's a cop or, I think it's a cop, yeah. So this is for your protection in order to just let this dissolve. Don't engage in any of it. I do see a major level of detachment in this bad boy. Lots of toxic masculinity around this. You're ready to move on. This has felt like nothing more than a prison, and honestly, I think that you gave it a lot. I think you gave it not only the benefit of the doubt, you gave it so much of your energy, and now you're folding on all of your beliefs of what this could have been. You're seeing it for what it is, and you are checking out. So in ghosting this, because I honestly feel like you're just gonna act like this doesn't exist. What's gonna happen for you? To say you're guarded is an understatement. Yeah. You are at the point in your mentality where nobody's ever going to walk on you again. Nobody is ever going to be able to tell you a damn thing. So you had been at a point of kind of probably being walked over to show the other side of this, that they were safe and that they could let their guard down and be a little chill with you. But they didn't do any of that, did they? So now it's like, okay, you want to guess what, MF? Or here we go. You're about to see the real D. So even though you're ghosting this, everything that is following after is meeting a very blunt and very stoic aspect of yourself. I really love this for you. I see that stoicness. Okay, so I love that you're being stoic. I love that you're being strong. I love that you're like, try me. But just because you're strong doesn't mean that you're not crying on the inside. This has absolutely hurt you. You're focusing on the karma. You're focusing on what was lost in that. I do feel like you lost part of yourself. I do feel like you lost part of your heart. And also, it was a matter of your safety. This will be water under the bridge, just not right now. You need to go through, you're at the anger point, so now it's the healing point, and this is not pretty. But I don't think that you're letting them see that. You're showing them like, you got this, that you can handle this. The world is, you have the willpower to get through it. And this, you are keeping yourself busy. Do not work yourself to the to the bone. Abundance is all over this. There's a lot of 8s in this reading. So yes, you're moving on. Yes, you're healing. And yes, you're not taking any offers. You're going to see your own personal growth. So you're leaving whatever a bad connection was. Judgment is here to rescue you. So I want you to know you're the magician. You want to get away from this as fast as possible and as far as possible. It feels like there's been no growth, and it's the final nail in the coffin. Done with working with insecurities, and it's just, you want to know, something's got to change, and it has to change now. You're afraid of the step forward, or a little bit nervous at the very least. You don't want to look at the road ahead. So this is what we're looking at right here. Look at that bad boy. Dominating by feminine energy. So somebody who's been thinking about this for a very long time. Feminine is all about introspective and emotions, and it's internal. So what I'm seeing in this is not anything that should be news to anybody. I feel like this is a long time coming, and now it's time to get off the pot. I see this as being blunt, truthful, and in that bluntness, in that truthfulness, every word that's coming out of this feminine energy's mouth is severing the ties to whatever this person was. This feminine energy is craving to be free. It's holding back a lot from whatever this 10 of Swords energy is. So I see that they will be free. They're holding back. But also it seems like this is not at its conclusion. It's approaching the conclusion right now. So you're probably feeling major pressure build up. Yeah. It's about to burst. We have justice coming in to be served, either sunny side up or served ice cold. I'm not quite sure, but justice is about to be served here. So let's see what this is leading to. Listen, whole new cycle. We went, oh my God, flipping awesome. Okay, we start with this crap and we end with this. It feels, the song that's coming to mind right now is Cruel to Be Kind. Now, depending on your age, it's either Letters to Cleo or the band from the 80s, and I can't think of the name right now, but you know what I mean. Is it the Romantics? No, they did something else. But anyway, so this is cutting this loose and dropping the burdens of this. Okay, so this is riddled with 10s. I have at least 4 10s in front of me right now. Oh yeah, so we have like 4 10s right here. Whole new cycle beginning. You're dropping all the crap, all the dead weight, all the pain, all the anguish, all the anger, and you're dropping all the burden, and you're moving to what seems to be your own personal utopia in life. Lightning is striking now. All right, so one of my favorite things to say, but not to, see anybody live or live out myself, is to break your heart and hold a boundary, which I do see that you are doing right now. And I do see that you are exquisitely breaking your heart, but you're not letting anyone see what this is doing to you. So you're hurting. This is keeping you up at night. Nobody quite knows how badly this is hurting you. You're keeping on a brave face, just keep moving forward. There's a lot of coin energy that I'm feeling in this, but also learning how to let go. There's no point in hanging on to whatever this was, because there was nothing more that you can be gained. Nobody was listening. Everything was shutting down. Such a major sense of loss or complete disconnect. So this, nobody would be strong enough to hang on to this. How can you it was rotting away. Communication broke down, and this was hopeless. It seemed to be no end in sight with this. So what I'm seeing here is you taking a very hard look at what it is, enduring the pain, and it looks like trying to keep your head above water. So what you feel and what you're presenting around you are two very different things. Nobody really sees how badly you are hurting. Now, I'm going to say this, use your resources, because I don't want you to feel like you're alone in the world. Temperance is here for you. This is going to take time to heal. Use your resources and reach out to somebody and at least confide in them to what is going on with you, even if it's not going to need something that needs to be fixed. Just to talk about it is going to help you. And I see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You're forcing yourself into loneliness and it feels like there's no other options. Yeah, it feels like there's no other options with this. You're incredibly sensitive. I don't want you to think that that's something that you have to let go of or that's a bad thing. It's all part of what seems to be the birthing pains, just plainly put. Life is squeezing you and it's intense and it feels like you can't even get out what's going on and that it just keeps closing in on you. And then there's a little bit of a release. You start to come out of your shell and there it goes, contracting right down on you again. You're about to be birthed into something new. You didn't lose anything that you thought that you lost. You are gaining a huge new opportunity to make this whatever you actually want to make it. It's painful, but the pain is not for nothing. But I do want you to reach out to somebody that you can talk to about this.